easy for you now. You got 2 minutes.
Don't forget to like and subscribe.
Right. Hi, my name's Brooke. Welcome to the University of Bolton Social Work Podcast.
Hi, my name is Eddie. Welcome to the University of Bolton Social Work Podcast.
My name's Martin McLaughlin from Bolton Knife. Always happy to help.
Right. What exactly is Bolton Knives?
Bolton Knife is a small charity in the Bolton area. We've been going for about 15 years. We started off as a community group originally. We originally set up a tool pool and stuff, and then we realised that we were lending people tools. When we talked about it and sat down, we said, well, we're lending people tools. Why we're lending people tools? Because we're in poverty. So then it went to, all right, if people are in poverty, we'll do a food bank and give them food, clothes, furniture, and from then it's mushroomed out to, we've got a massive furniture showroom down in Bolton Town Centre, which we're now closing down because the building's too big and we can't afford to run it, but it's mushroomed up on that. Food bank, and we've had 10 moves into the food bank, so it's up and down, and the numbers and stuff vary depending on where we are and what we're doing.
Great. Do you have specific days when the food bank's open, or is there any specific requirements that are needed?
Right. When you say the food bank's open, we're open 365 days a year, and I work 365 days a year. And some other people do. Alex, who runs our furniture shop, he works 5 days a week. Some of the other volunteers actually come and go, but we're open. But to actually distribute food, because we stood here, and what we can't afford to do is stand here and say someone may turn up. So at the moment, particularly this building that we're in here, we slim down, knock on the door to emergency stuff all week, but knock on the door to Mondays and Fridays at the moment. As you've seen this morning, the numbers are pretty low for that. So it's more on the actual take stuff out to people. And as I said earlier on, we take stuff out to other community centres and other community groups, and with community champions working in various areas. Got a guy out in Horridge, a community champion out in Horridge, who distributes stuff out there. We've got people up in Falmouth and Kearsley. We've got people in different areas, Tom Moore. But they're doing more at the moment, distributing emergency stuff and home visits than we're actually doing in the centre itself.
Yeah. You mentioned about volunteers. How do people get to volunteer?
Well, everything goes through me at the moment. So they want to volunteer for the food bank, I deal with it. But they want to volunteer for everything else, I deal with it as well, because I speak to people. Basically, what we say to people is, look, come in, have a do, and we'll see what it's like. Where we are in this unit at the moment, we're stretching it more, the volunteering to actually an arts and craft group. There's other things happening. So workshop skills. At the moment, it looks a bit hectic in here because we're actually reorganising the workshops again. So when we get around to repairing all elephants and other stuff, we do need volunteers for that. So someone might want to come in for 2 hours a week, 4 hours a week, or I try and say to people, don't do what I'm doing. You come in, pick a day, pick half a day. So anybody can volunteer, but it needs to suit them. So I said we try and slim it right down. Say to the person, what do you want to volunteer for? And then if they like a specific thing, you do that. We've got people who want to do vehicle maintenance, so we have them working on the vehicles or doing stuff in that line, or if they want to do engineering or various things. We say, well, we can do that. But what we'll also like to do is if they got a skill or they want to do something that we can't do, we'll try and feed the volunteers into other organisations, who appreciate them and they can get what they want. But at the end of the day, a lot of it with people coming on their workplace. We work with Evasion Service, Youth Justice team, and about to put some people in. But at the end of the day, we've even got people coming for Duke of Edinburgh Award stuff. Now, it's all small pieces in the same jigsaw. Everybody comes here, they only see one piece of the jigsaw, they don't see the whole jigsaw. I actually get to see the whole jigsaw. And it's a lot of different things, like emergency calls out, to somebody's wants a bed moving and the NHS staff can't do it because of health and safety. But our volunteers can do it. It's just little things in it. But it all makes up. Well, the biggest thing we've got is we've got people in the 70s and 80s who's actually volunteering, and they're quite good.
Wow.
But volunteering is the thing that people do like to do, and lots more people could be doing it. And it's very good for your CV. If we can get someone in and get them involved, particularly people who's had no qualifications, obviously, but at the moment yourselves are coming from the university, but I've most of my life I've dealt with people who actually had no qualifications. And that first little bit of paper to show to someone, you can step up, you can do something, and that's where volunteering always comes in. So when people are volunteering, it gives them that little stepping stone. Even if it's only a first aid certificate or a lifting and handling or something like that, a health and hygiene, it's they've got something,
Yeah.
so you can actually pin to that and say you can do better things.
Yeah.
Like we've had people who start with volunteers and they've gone teaching and done other things. The criteria for coming to visit us to the food bank is dead easy. What you do, you bring a shopping bag, and you stand in the queue and pick what you want.
Mm.
But the other stuff, when we're going out in emergencies, it's a different matter because we're picking what we're giving them.
Yeah.
Which is a different. I'd rather people come here and then they can actually say, well, I'll have this, have that, and that. It's quite good. Keeps us going.
Yeah, that's really good because if they come here, they get to choose what they actually are in need of.
Yeah. But big difference.
Yeah.
Yeah.
A lot of food banks they say to them, you can only come to, I mean, I've had people who come to us for years, really. When you think about it, some of them have actually struggled through, they fell down, and then, I don't need you now, but they come back again, or they come back again. So it's like learning to walk in it.
Yeah.
You get your help, then you fall down, something happened in your life, then back again.
Yeah.
But being able to come is good. We in the past we've actually run, we run there 7 days a week. When we've been in areas where you could do it. People can come, queue. When we were at the Quest Centre, we had 2,000 people coming a week, and with another 2,000 we're supporting the community. Well, that building really wasn't, it was in the right area, and it was the right building, 20 rooms, and we could literally we had everything in one area, which made a big difference.
Yeah. Obviously previously we've done a podcast before on this channel. Is there any progression from last podcast to this podcast, or is there any differences that you'd like to mention?
Well, the big difference that if anybody's seen the last podcast, you should look at it anyway. But the fact is, we were in Bolton Town Centre, we're in the marketplace. We were actually, we were running a cafe, so people could come in, they could have a brew, we could do things in the cafe itself, and it was they literally walked through the door, and a lot of people knew exactly where we were, and it worked quite well. The numbers were growing steadily, but the difficulty when you keep moving, like I said, we moved 10 times. The difficulty when you move, there's always that people don't realise where you are, or people can't make it to you. But the town centre was a really good location because they were building up. We were quite happy there, but unfortunately it was a short-term let. So the actual marketplace actually someone else wants it now. Bye bye, and we're gone again. We're on the move. So we're happy in there, and it was, even for the volunteers, it was a central location. The biggest difficulty down there was parking. You couldn't park, or you couldn't, load in and unload, and that was a problem. But wherever, because we moved so many times, because we're used to it, you cope with what you've got. No, we're here now, and we're saying to ourselves, well, we don't know how long we're here. Is it full time? The local authority, we think it'll leave us there for a bit. It's a challenge, but it's a challenge we cope with.
That's good. As far as like your donations to the food bank, is there any specific sources that you get it from?
Well, over the years, we've no idea what we do. All the major supermarkets have donated to us, and individuals have donated to us. But the biggest two at the moment that we deal with is mainly Morrison's, but the Tesco, they're absolute, as I said to staff this week, they're the absolute stars because we've had over 90,000 tonnes from them.
Wow.
When you say 90,000 tonnes, that's food going right up the street. An awful lot of food, and it's what people don't realise. People stand at the door here and think, "I'm grabbing a few bits and pieces," but they don't realise that you know, every piece of food has to go in the van, has to be delivered, you know, has to be picked up, mainly at night. So I'll be up at Tesco, you know, at night, and we're picking up 8 o'clock, 9 o'clock, and being there 10 o'clock some night. You know, and they give you a phone call and all the things and say, can you come and have this food? So it's mainly supermarkets, and they're glad to get rid of it because it's obviously a perishable product. They want it gone, so we're happy to take it as long as we can get it out and pass it on to families that need it. But without the supermarket, the backup of that, we wouldn't be able to do it because you need the food for free, and you need to be able to actually pass it on. Yeah. Now a lot of food banks charge various amounts, or set up like little supermarkets when they charge people. But they're at that level, but we're at this level down here. You know, the level where you say, if you can afford a pound, pay a pound. At the end of the day, a lot of people get the support. We're happy. I'm at my happiest. The more that person is, you know, in life, I'm at my happiest trying to give them the extra bits, give them the extra support.
Yeah. So if an individual wants to like donate towards a food bank, how do they go about it?
Well, a lot of people just bring it, or some people ring me up and say, "Can you come and get it?"
Okay.
The difficulty with it is we can't accept everything. You know, sometimes people say, "Oh, we've had a buffet and we've cooked this meal, and you know, it's all there." You know, and you say, "Well, hang on, I can't accept something that's been lying about on the table or all that." You know, so but we have had situations. You know, where the people have said to us, "Look, we've got this food. We're going to go out in the buffet. People haven't turned up. It's all fridged up. You know, it's all you know, cooled and everything else. Will you come and get it?" So we said, "Well, we'll come and get it. And we'll get it, take it from the fridge, put it in our cooler boxes, and we can distribute it out." But you need to know who's cooked the food and what other situations, because obviously we could end up in a little bit of trouble for accepting the wrong kind of food, or food that's not been processed right. Generally, cans and other stuff people do it. We pick up at Tesco as well. They actually distribute cans. There's a Fairshare's got a box down there that we actually empty. You know, they get the food and they put it in. We put it in. We take it away and we redistribute it. It works quite well.
Yeah, that's really nice to hear.
Yeah.
Yeah. And so, are you collaborating with other services? Which other services are you collaborating with?
Got a big list. Go on the website. No, no. Generally speaking, Bolton Council, biggest support we're getting at the moment for the council, but we also work with NHS. Not just the NHS, because I've had trade union links in the past myself. So with trade unions, you know, I've had involvement. They've collected stuff for us, and the members have been quite good. But throughout it, it's probation service, police, NHS, education, schools, university, Bolton College. So we've got a wide variety of different services. Social workers, obviously, family support workers get the kind of people at the sharp end of the situation, so they come in. But I think I don't think there's a service we're not operating with, or not working in partnership with. There's a lot of good arts out there, but in any organisation, you know, even the public, private sector, or the supermarkets, it all comes down to individuals and the individual's head and heart. You know, if it's there and they want to help, they do.
Have you currently got any groups or future groups that you could share?
Our biggest thing is all along from day one, we wanted to operate from a community centre, and we wanted to operate as a community centre because I previously, when I worked in education, run all the community centres, and I like that particular thing where you can actually say, here we are, you know, we've got a community centre, it's your community centre, not ours. So get people in, you know, community cafe, people coming in doing things. Now, everywhere we've been so far, we run arts and craft groups and various things. There's an arts and craft group that meets in the room over there. They're just building up at the moment. They're a small group at the moment, but they're building up. But it's trying to get this building into a situation where they can actually do things. Now, we've got, as I said, we've got a project with the elephant, but the biggest the biggest thing that we're working on at the moment is a little men in sheds group, or a people in sheds group. People can come in and learn workshop skills and do other things. Group wise, it's difficult in this building. If we had a better, a building like a community centre, we'd be smashing. We'd be running any group you want. We would do it. If someone said, I want to come in at 5 in the morning and use that space, I would just say, well, that's all right. That's the space you use.
Yes.
But the community centre model in my head and in my heart as well is it gets people together. It's like that's the stepping stone for the community centre, a stepping stone into further and higher education, because you get used to people coming in, people using groups and actually saying and getting that confidence to say, I can do other things. But not only that, that if you want that helping hand, you want the actual help and support, you're not shy about saying, you get to know people, and you come in, you have a cup of tea with someone, you can have a chat, you have a biscuit, if someone doesn't feel bad about saying, look, have you got any nappies, or any chance of a bit of food and all that, it all works in that, but it works within a little group in itself. Or they sat down with someone out in the house and craft and say, I'm struggling myself with it, what do you need? Or you're struggling for the bed, we'll sort your bed out. You want a fridge freezer, you want a cot for the child, right? No worries. But that model would work, and the group model works. I'd love to see more groups in the building. At the moment, we're going through it all again, and we're moving a lot of stuff out again because we need a space for the other things we're going to be doing. But repairing the elephants is the big one for us at the moment. But that's going to involve a small group of people. But that should be a nice little exciting thing.
Yeah, that's really wonderful, because I think that fosters community, the support from the community. The people are supporting each other. That's really good.
But it's based on a family. The whole charity is based on a family.
Yeah.
It's a family table. You want food, we put food on your table. Yeah. In the community centre, you say, come in, sit down, and have a brew.
Yeah.
You want something to eat, I'll give you something to eat. Because that's the model we need to be operating on. You want something to eat, we'll give you something to eat, pal. Yeah. You want a shower, go and have a shower.
Yeah.
You want your clothes cleaning, no problem. Get some clothes off the rail. That the model is where we need. In my head, we still want to be in that model, but you can only do. You can only make it much better if you've got dough. And at the moment, we're in a workshop here. Don't get me wrong, the council have been very good, and the leader of the council actually got the premises, and I do appreciate it. But I'd like to do more.
Yeah.
Because you always want to do more. No matter how, like I was saying, the idea of the year, and I just want to do an extra bit, and we'll get there.
Definitely. Yeah.
And just the final question, is there any future or current projects? Obviously, we touched on the elephants, if you want to explain that a bit more.
Well, the elephants themselves, that's a project we've had for some time. We're trying to get them sorted out. But the difficulty with our charities, we're always that busy doing other things. You stop everything stops with the food bank.
Yeah.
It's every day. Somebody rings me up and says, like for instance, Morrison had rung me up in the past and said, we've got 5 pallet loads of pasta, so, and it's out at distribution, not West Distribution Centre. So you say, right, okay, so everything stops, you go in there, so you're off for that, or you're off, the fridge is back down at Tesco, and they have a load of ice cream, and they mention the magic word, ice cream. Well, we're on the way, pal. That's okay. But with actual the future itself, nobody knows what the future is. But the project itself, I'm happy if like I've got a young lad who comes weekly, and he's on Duke of Edinburgh Silver Award. So we put a special, because of his hours. Obviously, he's at school during the day. We have to change things around. But that kind of thing's ideal for the community centre as well. But we'd love to see things. I know this sounds really, really, really daft, but I'd love to say all of us being made redundant. No need. Poverty never sleeps. I'd like to train other people up to actually take on some of the things we do. and other people to move forward with.
Yes, continue it.
Continue the charity, but we do work in partnership with other charities as well. And in the future, I'd obviously, I'd like to see more stepping stones and more opportunities for people. You know, not everybody gets to university. Not everybody can actually make that thing. You know, a lot of people know they ain't going to get there. And I go around Bolton every day. You know, we do a variety of different things. We even do a soup kitchen on a Saturday where we give food out, you know, and give sandwiches out to people and water and stuff.
Yeah.
But all them people could be in employment, and all them people are not getting any opportunities. And I like to see people get an opportunity in life. You know, I like if it's to university or further education, higher education, or even a job.
Well, you've definitely made a difference, and thank you for joining us on the podcast.
Yeah, it was wonderful speaking with you, Martin. Thank you very
Always
much.
a pleasure, my friend.
Thank you.
I won't make it easy for you now. You got 2 minutes of my time. And I don't really break too easily, but I'm worth it, 'cause I'll slip into your dreams tonight.